Seconds. Hello and welcome to the third match of the Gladius 1 vs 1 Summer Invitational. We have a match against Deimos in Colosseum. Deimos will be playing Space Marines, while Colosseum will be playing Chaos Space Marines. So it's a Marine showdown. Well, I'm Patuljak, and with me today are Otaman and Tentax. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello guys, nice to be able to speak with you again.
And we're off. Yeah, I mean, they can have it if they want it. Especially SM sometimes can use it to think.
Yeah, so for Sam it's a really bad start from what I'm seeing. There is like only one requisition around him. Probably he will ask for her in case he's not going for any build.
I mean, you can see there's a
I
Vol.
mean,
He's got a Vol. Oh my god, he's
it's a
going straight
decent,
in.
okay.
Or maybe he's doing
thought
it just to scout more to see if he wants to re.
I was thinking it was maybe a speeder start, but it doesn't seem like he will opt it, which in typical Deimos fashion, honestly. Deimos is usually a very aggressive player and opts for a shard tower, which, while giving less wreck, is nice because it buffers your energy, which is important for SM being a single city faction. Let's look at CSM. CSM has got that juicy 40% science Arctic Vol, so we might be seeing some books and some grid gameplay from him, even though it's 1 vs 1 standard.
He hasn't seen this yet. He has an ore field to his right, which could be good for, which implies vehicle play. To the south, there's an even better ore field with 4 volcanic rocks around, which is an insanely good spawn for Chaos. The only thing is that Chaos will hopefully settle in around turn out on fast units 8. I'm not sure how it's in standard, but if he settles before he sees this big ore field, he might be kicking himself.
I think it's turn 8 or something.
Yeah, and what is also very important for Chow is that he gets some influence. So usually, if there is no influence, your city will be delayed until turn 10 or around something like that. And there is one energy you want to get at least one energy very early for Chows. But I think the issue is that when you are playing Chows, you want to play infantry against SM, but you are getting vehicles. So there can be a lot of meta. You have no answer for Devastators, and demos can go hero build plus Devastators plus what else? Plus new Ultima units.
Yeah, I don't think Melta is great into Chaos, honestly, because of the melee debuff, and Melta being melee. But Devastators on standard are a pretty good answer. I don't think stuff like Forge Fiends or Hellbrutes trade very well into that, if they even can get onto it in the first place.
Yeah. I think the demos want hero to have an answer for Chaos Lord.
It could be. It's worth mentioning that in the com mod, so community balance mod, the Jocaeros, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but the trader encampments are actually split between Wreck and Influence, as opposed to being pure Influence in vanilla. So he could just be taking the Jock as a kind of consolation prize because of no Wreck. But then again, he did take the Influence title, so we could be seeing a hero building after that book. Who knows?
I mean,
he does like his heroes.
The only wreck outpost near him is a Grok's pasture.
Yeah.
And there's a Grok's pasture, but it's way too close to Colosseum.
But you can, if I think Demus will play aggressively and go for middle, so you can drop here to get loyalty and protect it, and then have your base around, have your army around this relic. Also, what is good for SM First Tower is that from this spot, if the Enslaver gets there, you can attack him, Agar with Fortress Redemption and fast kill. And also this first fortress will help him to deal with Katachan.
Hollow opening with ore, which is a good sign. A lot of a lot of players open book because, like in most factions, if you're going for a book build, you open book. But with chaos, you settle so early that you kind of need the ore to start building up in your second city, or to build from 2 cities rather, and then you can add a book afterwards. Because the main use of a book is to get to your settler faster. But with chaos, this is not necessary.
Yeah. And he will get his city turn 7 if he wants. Oh,
Yeah, and I think him not going for a book is the smart play here because taking the matchup into account, it is a 1 versus 1 on standard speed against Space Marine. So going for book gameplay could be risky when there's a bunch of Assault Space Marines staring you down at turn 40.
I think maybe we will see Simov even faster. And Deimos has like plus 18 influence. So that's really a lot.
Now the question is, can Colosseum see this warfield before he settles? I think he might do because he wants to get the Skull Altar, the extra influence to settle.
I think he will place his city here because he put Chow's Space Marine on this tile to be sure that no neutrals will take it. And this turn he will go to that place.
It does seem that way, but the other ore field would be more optimal tiles wise. And also it
Yeah.
has the rocks on volcanic. So it's
But
just a better city, but he doesn't know about it yet.
I mean, the optional play,
Oh.
yeah, now he sees. But
Oh.
as I
But opts to just get the city down as soon as possible.
yeah.
Is this city better defensively than the volcanic, than the better one? Because it is closer, but at least with the other one, if Deimos attacks from the right, he's going to be drawn into 2 cities. Plus in
Well,
this one, he only has to face
it
one.
doesn't really provide him with any overlapping overwatches, while the lower city could possibly provide it. The only way the other city could, the other city's attack rather could come into play is if some marines jumped behind the city or something, which is unlikely to happen. While the lower city would be more isolated, perhaps, relatively speaking, it would still be pretty close, but could maybe provide a bigger zone of protection with its attack.
Carlos sees the
And
city in full now, and maybe, you only wonder if he's kicking himself right now.
also the lower city. I mean, if you place your city here, for example, or even here, 7-7 is of course not the best spot, but from these spots you would be able to get an early rally because he has only 1 unit, yes, so he can't really kill neutrals without using his city overwatch.
Yeah, that's a good point. And also, it would let him settle his actual city tile on the 60% ore, which is nice because the HQ gives 6 ore. So
Yeah,
getting
and
us. Go ahead.
and also getting some ore from your warp forge, what is important. +3.
But yeah, Colosseum does seem forced into some kind of vehicle play because he does not have any good food spots. So we will be seeing vehicles from him. Well, Deimos, he's making a hero building after a book. So we will be seeing some kind of a slower SM play with heroes. Maybe thinking about the matchup in the sense of, okay, I can actually outscale Chaos if he rushes me.
Now, why would he be going hero with a book? Because a book and a hero are 2 layers of greed, essentially. But what kind of book units would synergize with Captain and Chaplain for Space Marine?
I think he maybe wants the apothecaries, the healers. Or maybe he wants to use Terminators. Maybe he thinks that will be a good matchup for him. I'm not sure. Or we could still be seeing armories, but for now he didn't tag them.
Yeah, and also why you can go for hero, because you need an add for Chaos Lord, so if you get some influence, you can get some stun grenades, or you can have at least a captain in front to tank something. And also captain with sword and concealed weapon, it can do really good damage against CSM infantry.
He is opting for SM inventory. He's built an apothecarian. So I suspect
And
it was to get the apothecary, right? Because he has no science bonus. So it is. Apothecaries are what, tier 5?
I mean, it might also be a mind game because Deimos has a reputation for being a very aggressive player. So he could be doing some kind of mind games where he does something that's not meta, so to speak, for him. Which can be surprisingly strong because in 1 versus 1, when opponents know each other, they will often try to anticipate based on the knowledge of what that player's playstyle is and what he likes to do. So could also have an element of that. Also, I think it's worth mentioning that the Chaos player has opted to add a book in his main. So both players are going for some book gameplay, which I think is rather unexpected for this matchup in 1 versus 1.
Now, more surprisingly, Colosseum's building a cult, which implies he's probably going to go for a 3-city chaos build because you've seen how juicy this ore field in the south is. The problem is that 3-city chaos, even on team games, is often overkill because they have the right of change, which allows their cranes to build. And going 3-city chaos is you need to build loyalty. In a very, very small, tight game like this, it could be slowing down quite a bit, especially versus notorious Russia. If this big.
Yeah, it looks like he doesn't want to settle for some kind of low science Hellbrute strategy. He wants maybe those Forge Fins to fight Deimos' SM. Or maybe he's also thinking, okay, so it's SM, I just have to weather the storm and eventually I will outscale his 1 city. So that could also be what he's thinking. But I think, yeah, being stuck on Hellbrutes against something like Captain, Chaplain, and Devastators is not something you want. It's not a place you want to be in.
But Chaos do kind of struggle to access backline units, especially if you have like a very tanky double hero combination in the front. They're not particularly long range. They don't really have things that ignore zone of control. You just have to kind of brute force their way through, which against Space Marine heroes is not going to be easy.
Yeah, the Chaos Lord is a very important unit for their 1 versus 1 in Standard Speed. They're for the reason that you described. It really enables them to concentrate their power into one tile and brute force their way through the front lines. Because as you mentioned, unless you count stuff like Warp Talons, which are a late tier infantry, they cannot really bypass the front lines. And yeah, Deimos almost got very unlucky. I mean, in any case, this means a lot of healing time for that Marine, but at least it lived. Because the robot decided to just fuck off, kind of.
Yeah, and what is strange, he put his he wanted to get the influence and he didn't have enough to buy the icon. Then it's okay. Maybe he should kill this turn the gates to get extra experience for captain because you want to be able to level up for level 3 as fast as it's possible.
Or maybe he's saving it for the chaplain.
I think you want to level up faster with your captain.
I agree.
And Deimos is choosing very interesting time. So I guess he will build there one extra production and go for acquisition, and he will hope that he will get some good requisition. But as we see, there is no one around him.
Yeah, the map is not very good for SM requisition. There's that Grox in the middle that we already talked about, but that's very, very close to Chaos. And I mean, the relative distance, rather, between these two players is quite small, honestly.
Could we potentially be seeing double captain once he realizes there's no requisition about?
That could be a smart play.
I'm afraid the double captain. I think you want to have first captain with some items. Maybe you want to get an icon, and only after you would prefer to add one captain later. For example, you can turn all of your hero building for some time to get extra requisition and.
Honestly, I think if you're going for double captain, you want it out ASAP to start farming with the influence from kills. And get a chaplain later. And I doubt we'll see it. It's really not Deimos' style to do double captain. And he did opt for the chaplain after the captain.
Sure, but I'm saying later down the game when he's kind of cleared more and he sees that there's basically no requisition in the entire map, he might be like, all I can do right now is make a wall of 3 heroes and use Devastators, and that will be his entire game plan.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to try to adapt to the map, providing insufficient one type of resource that you need for your game plan.
And
Go on.
now it's very important for Deimos because he has zero tiles scanned, yeah, on which he can drop a tower. So he has to choose. I mean, he don't see this Joke arrow, and it's a hard choose. He can go for extra influence, but maybe he will drop on size. Yeah, he's dropping.
Yeah, looks
size.
like he's gonna go science.
I mean, if
And,
anything, it's good for defense, right?
Yeah, putting towers together definitely makes them more intimidating to try and take down.
The only thing I'm not sure that he will go for extra protection tech because
That tier is quite crowded, yeah.
Yeah, you want Apothecary. He has enough of energy to do it. That's good. But
The Colosseum, even though Deimos is a renowned rusher, is going pretty greedy. Like he built his housing even before his first production in his main. Now, you tend to go housing earlier as Chaos because you have the right of change, which means that your crane is faster. So you kind of want as much pop growth as possible, right? As much distance between your current pop and your pop cap. But going a book early population and a hero building. He's gambling.
Yeah, often Chaos will place a hero building in their third city once they get it up as the first building. But he did opt to get it early, which makes me think we might be seeing a Master of Possession, because if you do go for him, you want him out as early as possible to use his spawn ability as many times as possible. And the spawn ability is quite a bit stronger on standard because along with getting more opportunities to use it, to utilize it, the spawns also as a unit stay relevant longer.
sorry guys, do you see where is the cultist?
He ate it. He sacrificed it into his expansion.
So it's two cities chows. Okay.
Or maybe he's just using them as a chaff unit to screen his vehicles.
Yeah, and also sometimes you want to have opportunity to clean some forests.
I mean, a cult building on a 2-city chaos build is quite rare. Especially because he's going to run out of food at some point and won't be able to make them more.
Yeah, and 2-city builds also usually don't include a book, to my knowledge.
And
Yes.
I see 2-city
because when you go 2-city, you're betting on your push, on being aggressive and trying to end the game. And if your game plan does not include that, it's usually logical to just go for 3-city, because the HQ that you get via the third city does give you as much science as a book does, among other things.
The thing is that if you go for books on a 2-city chaos build, you can start pumping out Forge Fiends without having to spend all this ore and loyalty.
Yeah, but at this standard speed, he will have quite a number of productions up before he does tech to Forge Fiend, even on one book, I believe. Because Forge Fiend is tier 6, which means that he has 2 barracks up already. He's adding a third, so he will have quite a bit of time to produce stuff like Rhinos, maybe some Helmbrutes.
Now he's opted to build a Warpsmith instead of a Master of Possession, which is interesting.
I mean, I can understand that. First of all, you want to have some healings, and if in case of Space Marine go rush you, yeah, for example, with Devastators and start hitting your city, you will have an option to or not go out of your city tiles to fight against all this stuff, but just continue staying in the city.
And the Warpsmith's healing is no joke. It's nearly on AdMac level. At max, when you maximize the healing skill, it's what, 24?
I believe so,
Yeah.
yes. And Deimos has grabbed an icon for his captain.
How
Spent-
much next? Sorry, how much next tower will cost? 60, 80?
I believe it will be 50. I'm not actually
Plus-
sure. It's been a long time for standard as well, but he does have 3 towers up, and I believe
Yeah.
the first one is 20. So, and when you mouse over, it says that the cost is currently 40. So I'm
Mhm.
not sure actually,
Uh,
but I think I would say 50.
Deimos has
But yeah.
some juicy wildlife here for hero experience. He has a Catachan lair, a Catachan, the scorpions. He has an enslaver. He has a bastion. But currently, the main thing is he doesn't know if the enemy chaos is infantry or vehicles. So whether he decides to go for devastators, he's researched them, but whether he builds them or not, if chaos ends up going infantry, they're not going to be very useful except for, say, the Chaos Lord.
I mean, I think devastators, at least 2 of them will be still okay, because if they are stationary, I believe they can kill 2 berserks, and chows don't have option to jump on them until tier 6, and tier 6 can be really late. So you have an option to swap in something. And Deimos is adding 1 requisition. It will give him +10, and I think he will add 1 barrack and then go for another requisition, because you want to play aggressive in this build.
Yeah, but I think he will also be wary until he successfully verifies what his opponent is playing, because you have to respect the possibility of a chaos rush always.
Yeah.
Just to sit in notebook, maximum unit production, chaos lord to spearhead. It's a very strong push to deal with.
How many rhinos would you have before you get Hellbrutes on with a no-book build then?
I think as soon as you have the Hellbrute tech, you start making Hellbrutes. So it really does depend on how fast that is most of the time. Because rhinos are nice, of course, but rarely will they be able to actually be a carry unit, so to speak.
And Deimos sees the place for a tower. So I think there is possibility that he will drop aggressive one, and next turn we will see him off.
Yeah.
The thing is, if he
Or maybe
sees,
even drop it into the city Overwatch.
this the thing is, we see this next turn. If he moves in, he will see this Grox. If he drops immediately on it and then sees the Chaos City the turn after, he might think, "Damn, why didn't I just wait one more turn? I can put my tower 1 hex to the left and be able to snipe the city with it."
Yeah, but he now sees the Chaos City. He now see it. He sees this 1 tile, and he knows that there is a city there. He even knows that he can see him off and drop tower an hour.
Yeah, we're not gonna see a stupid tower now. He did manage to see it. Well, which turn will he have it? I think this turn, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I lost connect.
And opts for an actual aggressive one. I guess he will grab Stronghold Shielding now. No matter what else he wants in that tier.
He's taking rapid fire. I mean, upgrade for bolt gun for now, I think. Oh,
what do you mean, Kraken bolts?
Yeah.
I think he's past that since he has Melta already.
Melta, and what else on tier 4? But the issue is that this tower can be dead even much faster. I mean, until he will get his upgrade. Oh, should you sim off now?
Yeah, already did.
Okay, sorry.
The sims are off. Yeah, because the city, unless he commits to some kind of siege, which I don't think he's really equipped to do, he has 4 tacticals and 2 heroes. he's producing a Devastator, but you know he's on 2 barracks, which is decent but nothing scary. So yeah, we might see him lose that tower, honestly.
But he has like 3 metas, and what is also he can go for Jacker. Oh, is this allowed to move in where he put his captain?
The chaplain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a case of he was already farming that piece of wildlife, and it's just logical for him to finish.
Yeah.
And I didn't explicitly forbid moving towards enemy. I said that players should observe in the rules, should observe good sportsmanship when it comes to Simon, etc. But uh, not actually gonna enforce this particularly.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
I was ghosted from the game. What damaged the tower?
Excuse me?
What damaged the Space Marine tower?
The city, Overwatch, I believe,
1.8.
and then also
and
then also
Slaver
the
also.
Enslaver. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But he will get healing this turn because he haven't attacked for 1 turn, so he will get like plus 3.4 HP, and he will also level up. No, not that soon. But he can go and kill first Reno very fast, and now we see that Wardsmith was the correct choice for Chow's player because he can sit in the city. The only thing Chow's probably would like to do also is to clean this forest before his city.
Yeah, because he is playing vehicle into infantry, but he does not know that yet. The SN could be playing heroes with an armory build.
But
And
Space Marine doesn't see that Apollo is playing vehicles either, though.
yeah.
He does see the ore, the volcanic.
Hmm.
I don't think he saw the. Yeah, he does see the city tile, so he does also see the ore field nearby. So I think Deimos, being a sharp player, I think he will deduce that it is most likely vehicles. And I mean, he is producing Devastators.
And what is important to notice is he is building a requisition. So previous turn he had enough. He doesn't have enough to start building requisition. So I think if he, I mean, in Cox, I think he would go for Barrack if he would know that CSM is so close to him.
Might be, because that rack is a little bit of a long-term rack, setting up for more production later.
Yeah.
Not strictly necessary.
Now, why can this Devastator shoot the city from where the chaplain is versus not on the Grox?
Probably elevation, and Deimos does decide to go in quite aggressively. Uses the heroes to try and the cliff to try and block access to his actual units, because his heroes are, even without items, essentially immortal until we see a number of Hellbrutes on the field or a Chaos Lord, which we know that isn't coming. So yeah, those SN heroes can be real problems. They just stand on a tile and they don't want to move.
And also, what is important, he got a recovery pack, but he didn't sell it. So for now, he has at least some healing for his chaplain, because on Captain, he has his healing surge. So his hero should be safe enough.
And one thing we didn't mention is that the Colosseum did opt to make a Noctilite Crown, which will, besides providing an attack at range 2, provide an aura of invulnerable reduction, which is quite nice when you're getting sieged.
Also note that because the Space Marine heroes are standing on the right side, Colosseum cannot open tiles here to provide extra city until these heroes are shifted.
And I think the Rhino on the 9/11, it will die this turn.
Oh, because he has melter bombs up.
Yeah.
Then Q
Might-
captain in the city, and it being an absolute nightmare to get rid of.
Yeah,
So
it's like he can't really do a ton of damage, but the enemy player also can't really do a ton of damage as long as he's careful about positioning.
and also, what is important to mention, he got crack balls, and now I think he will go for apothecary. So I think with good timings, and as he has one extra science tower, yeah, this means that he would be able to produce the apothecary just after the devastator. So in 4 turns, he will start doing an apothecary.
Oh, we'll
And
see. He is at plus 27 science, which is not amazing, and it is turn 33. It might be a little bit early in 4 turns, but we'll see. Maybe it happens. He could have the tech in 4 turns. That much is true.
Ooh. Now, do you think he's going to use the melter on the Rhino, or save it when he's for a Hellbrute? I mean, this is a correct play from Connor, right? Because he knows.
Yeah, he
He's
sees the
using it.
melta bombs and tries to limit the possible melta bombs on his Rhino. But he does have a Marine on the Grog's outpost that could do one melta bomb, but will be hard for Deimos to actually do the finishing blow. I believe Melta should be 16 damage or something.
yeah, and as he has level 3 and Chaplain buff, Chaplain is doing 4.4, yeah. So he would be able to kill this Rhino, the
True.
damaged one.
With the buff, yeah.
Yeah, he have to finish this Kata challenge, otherwise it will go and damage. He's even going a little bit back. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he does realize that in this position he won't actually be able to Melta and kill a lot. Which is why he's here. I don't think he's actually thinking, okay, I'm gonna kill this city in 10 turns. I think he's just playing around that tower and kind of being forced to. It's a very tasty Drox outpost, giving him wreck on a map that's pretty limited when it comes to
Interestingly,
wreck.
Colosseum didn't set a rally point because with the chaplain here, he assumed it would immediately pop out where the cultist is now. But because he moved, there was a risk that it could have popped out forward and got stuck on this chaplain. Luckily, that didn't happen for him.
So here's the city.
He knows he has a Warpsmith now.
Keeps chipping at the tower, which eventually, if Deimos doesn't do like something drastic, might become a problem for him. Still no shielding. He could have shielding soon, but he does want the apothecaries. So yeah, tier 5 when you're playing SM infantry is really tricky sometimes because you really want a lot of text there.
I got ghosted
think-
again, so I'm just going to be right back whilst I leave the server.
Also, I think that Colosseum can go for Lord. Because he has a lot of influence. He would
does,
be able
yes.
to. He would be able to buy something for Lord. At least, I guess it will be full packet Lord at that moment. And if you get in Lord against infantry, especially with Axe, you can one-shot it.
Yeah, it's a very useful hero, especially 1 versus 1 where you can really predict and limit the actual threats to the Lord. But right now he axes 160 on standard speed, so he would not be able to buy a full suite of survivability items right now.
Yeah, but
If he
it
did-
will take him how many turns? Yeah, you are right. Extra 6 turns.
I mean, I personally would have probably gotten Master of Pain or Master of Possession or Chaos Lord before I got the Warpsmith. But the Warpsmith did turn out to be the good choice, as you noted. So maybe Colosseum is onto something. Tantox having his usual connection issues.
Yeah, and that's very good that he didn't have any issues during the previous game, because it would take much longer.
Yeah.
At some point, I was speaking with Danagar after the game, and he told me that he was thinking about conceding because it was taking too long.
Yeah, it was really late and jobs tomorrow, families to, etc. I totally get it. 5 hours is brutal, no matter who you are.
So
Honestly, we could have suggested to them to make like a pause in between for them to like stretch their legs, get some tea, get some snacks, but you know, maybe next time.
I hope that just not this time.
Yeah, I don't think this game will go that long. Like considering the close spawns, something will happen one way or another.
Oh, and this is not the best position for Hellbrute. But I understand what he's going to do. He wants to kill this tower as fast as possible.
Yeah, and I think he's thinking like even 2 Meltas on a Hellbrute on City Tile. I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Did I miss anything? What's
And
last comment?
he does not know that the Devastators are on the field. The Devastators can contribute a little bit of range damage to those Meltas, but still, I think it could be hard for him to actually kill that brute.
I mean, 3 melter bombs are in range, a tower and a devastator is a dead Hellbrute, no?
If he does decide to commit all those bombs to it,
I think he is. Leave the captain
and he
up.
could, looks like he will be, yeah.
He has a chaplain that can get into the city tile,
Wait,
and
could use it for the buff, no?
Yeah, he's probably thinking of buffing.
no, he has cooldown now. He used it on previous turn.
Or did he attack in the previous turn? I wasn't here.
Yeah, I think even with dealing minus how much? Minus 33. One Melta should be around 10 damage, and he has a tower also to deal 10 damage, and he has extra
He should
tactical.
have enough, yeah.
Yeah.
If he does commit the 3 bombs.
Okay,
And
now
well,
he took the slot of
well,
the
but
bomb.
it's actually a lot less damage. It was just 7.7 from 1 Melta, so that city tile and the flail trait that increases the melee damage reduction really doing a lot of work here to shield that brute from those Meltas.
He knows he doesn't have the kill, he's not going to use another melter on it.
I mean, he does have the Warpsmith, but the Warpsmith is level 1, which means that he's only able to heal 8 hit points. Puts the Warpsmith in a relatively exposed position, banking on the cliffs to protect it.
Do you think he purposely didn't try and get it down to 1 so he would retreat it instead of just repairing and leaving it in the city?
Or come again? I didn't understand the question.
So, if Deimos used all the melter, left the Hellbrute on 1 hit point, maybe Colosseum would have retreated the Hellbrute to repair it. Instead,
Yeah.
it's now at half health and he can actually finish it next turn.
Yeah. Kinda like managing wildlife. Sometimes also with wildlife you don't want to get it too low so it doesn't run away. Maybe just shoot it once, hide with the other unit, kill it next turn.
And we're seeing a Mauler
So-
Fiend from Colosseum as well, because these prevent reduced melee attacks from everything around it, rather than the Hellbrute, which just blocks melee from stuff that attacks the Hellbrute itself. He's probably opting for more widespread anti-melter bomb coverage, and it's also does decent damage to the heroes as well, because it's more of a single target unit.
They must trigger some Vespids, which, while a minor inconvenience, is not something you want to see. Blocking movement around your heroes. And he's gonna finish the Hellbrute. I think even with just the range attacks and the tower, he could have enough to do that. So yeah, he's gonna be happy banking that Hellbrute kill, and after that he will have limited access to Meltas. So we'll see if he does continue to be so brazenly aggressive, or if he pulls back a little bit and focuses on defending the actual tower. But you could argue that him attacking into this is him actually being proactive about his tower defense.
Gonna use a final melted bomb. Oh, you can just shoot it from here.
Yeah, he doesn't need no Melta.
Oh, he's not. He's gonna melt it with 2 model. Oh, nice.
Yeah, makes sense to utilize those 2 models
But
instead
I mean,
of straight up retreating.
did he like that's risky? Like, did he know it was going to be that enough to kill it? Did he just divide it by the 7.7 divided by?
Yeah, he
2/5?
probably did a quick calculation.
Okay, and he got lucky. No, never mind. I was thinking that if the Rhino would have its morale back, it would be able to kill one Devastator from 10-8. Because you really want to damage these Devastators. As for now, the things that will stand on this tile will start getting 10 damage each turn. And that's a lot.
Yeah, Deimos is making good use of the terrain, of the wire width of the cliff, to limit access to that Devastator, but the Rhino could just go on the vid, but it's not enough to kill a model.
This Jakaro trade is interesting because nothing can melt for it because of the cliffs, and you could use that to start poking at Devastators. He needs to do something stronger.
Yeah, but it would require a big reposition from his whole army. I think he just wants to stick around the tower for now, because the unit counts are low anyway. And yeah, Colosseum also having some issues actually finishing off units because of the limited tiles. This is kind of a cramped situation. Very very tight little fight, you could say. But I wonder what Deimos's plan will be now without the Melta bombs. He does have another Devastator coming in, but it won't be in a position to do anything in more than 2 turns.
I suspect he is just trying to exert pressure whilst he gets 3 to 4 Devastators together, in which case he can actually start doing proper damage. He's building a Apothecary before he gets a 3rd Devastator.
Still doesn't have Stronghold shielding, but for now he doesn't need it, since Colosseum is a bit preoccupied with his units.
Yeah, and as I said, due to the fact that he dropped the tower on science, yeah, he now get apothecary in perfect timing, and he's making it in two turns even.
Yeah,
So,
and that healer is really important when you're trying to make Devastator plays, because opponents will often take advantage of their low HP, and when they get access to them, just take models off.
and he got one unit back, full healed. So now he can go and try to use one extra Melta.
Yeah, every Melta counts. A Melta is basically a dead Rhino right now. And the Mauler Fiend is out. It won't be able to kill a lot, maybe, but it will be able to hold the fort. And it is a good solution for the heroes, especially when masked.
Very aggressive play from Colin.
Yeah, I mean, those Ascent heroes are naked at the end of the day, so if they overcommit, Chaos could find a way to take them down. And his tacticals are also all low, so realistically his functional units are the heroes, the tacticals on the ruins, and the Devastator and the tower. So
he has Melta, but as you know, it will deal around 8 damage, 11 damage from Devastator, yeah, and some damage from tower, but definitely not enough.
Yeah, Melta is really not that great into chaos, as we can see. I mean, it was city tile, but the melee damage reduction really hampers the Melta bombs.
Yeah. And I think maybe you don't want to attack these cultists, maybe you want to clean this forest.
I was about to say this, but isn't the forest kind of helping Colosseum from these devastators from attacking on the north side?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. If he clears it, he is the melee faction in this matchup.
I think he go for Rhino kill now. He has enough to do that.
And Deimos opting to go for another apothecary.
Apothecary.
Yeah, apothecary. I always confuse the name with the unit production, apothecarian.
Yeah, apothecary.
So he really wants to. It looks like he really wants to save those techs and use the 2 healers to get them up as soon as possible. Looks like he will be forced to go back, even without knowing that there's a Mauler Fiend hungry for his blood in the fog.
So he's thinking about using Melta to kill this Rhino. I think it's a good play. Even though you need this we will probably need this Melta for something else. Kill a unit, it always kill a unit, and he will get some. No, he's just damaging it.
I mean, the Rhino is the preferred target for the Melta Bomb because, unlike the Hellbrute or Mauler Fiend, it doesn't actually reduce its damage.
And a unit off the field is a unit off the field, even if it's chaffy. It just means that later on, you won't be there to block or to screen for a high value unit when there aren't many on the field right now.
Yeah, it's still a nice pick, and it's also efficient usage of the bomb, of the cooldown.
Yeah, and he didn't attack with tower. He didn't attack with. Okay. So, I think he missed some damage. Okay.
Ouch. That's an ouch.
Now, will he move the Hellbrood out to trap the captain? No, he does not.
Deimos did accumulate quite a bit of influence during this little scuff, so what he wants to do now is get out of there and buy some items, but that tower really kind of makes it difficult for him, because if he does move back in force, he will have to sacrifice it. He can set up like defensive lines of Overwatch with Devastators, but the Chaos player can just use, I guess, some cultists, but he did stop cultist production. He seems to be having some, not really food issues, but some future food issues. I do think he should be producing the Chaos Lord, as Otaman said earlier.
Yeah,
that would help him a lot.
If he started to produce it, like in 2 turns, the Chaos Lord will be out.
Yeah.
Problem is that he can't really turn anything off apart from his book. He would be underpopulated for the buildings, and he's already running out of power.
But I mean, what unit composition does he actually want into Devastators and Heroes? I guess he wants some Forge Fiends for the Heroes. But I don't think Forge Fiends are the best answer for Devastators, are they? Deimos does manage to take down a Hellbrute, which means that, among other things, the juicy experience for his heroes, he will be able to move those tacticals back and heal them up successfully. There will be no chasing. And he does look to be in a dominant position. Colosseum is actually down to his hero and 3 units, the cultist in the Rhino included.
Fortunately, that chaplain was not in range for the experience, but...
Yeah, he will go for some item for his chaplain. Now...
The issue when playing against heroes is like, Unless you actually manage to take them down at some point, every attack that you direct at them is basically wasted. So the longer you keep fighting and the longer they stay alive, the more value they produce, even beyond the obvious experience gained from the fighting.
And you see now Devastator, Deimos is making a very interesting move. He's putting Devastators here with Doctrine, and he's literally saying, "Oh, you can attack them, but you will have to stop attacking my fortress." And next turn, SM will be able to drop one more fortress, maybe even here. Okay.
Yeah, he wants the tower gone, it seems, but I'm not sure if that's the right play in this situation.
This Mauler Fiend is
honestly.
now trapped, but the problem is that because of these ruins, it's going to be quite difficult to get any Devastator shots off on this Mauler Fiend.
I mean, I think he will move in some more units. Yeah, he uses the tacticals. I forgot that he also has a tactical stowed away in the city.
Or does he want? He doesn't want to block. He's clear.
And he's getting one more Wolfinder.
Not sure why he stopped cultist production now of all timings when he's getting pushed and he still has food in the bank.
I mean, he needs to
Yeah.
make it now because once he's out of food, he's not ever making a Chaos Lord.
Yeah. I'm really sad about no Chaos Lord. That Chaos Lord would be really kind of dangerous right now.
I think it's just because he doesn't have the pop slot. I mean, unless he turns his book off, which means that the Forge Fiend is going to be delayed. Maybe he's going to wait until he researches
Yeah,
Forge Fiend and then do it.
In this situation, that Forge Fiend is really not gonna save him. That's not exactly what he needs. He needs to push that back. He needs to kill that tower. And the Chaos Lord with some vast one-shotting tacticals every turn with the X would be amazing and wouldn't actually cost him anything except like turning off the book because he does have the food, he has a lot of influence, he has the spare ore. So yeah. Would also give him his own combat hero to spearhead to match Deimos's heroes.
Now, where is he going to put this second Devastator? Maybe on the horizon.
I think it will stay in this position.
It might just shoot city.
Yeah, I mean, even if you heal city, you still lose like 10%. Ah, okay.
He wants to, I guess, make it as easy as possible to finish next turn. And he did take the power strike on his captain, which is an interesting choice. Does not choose to go beyond level 1 on the healing surge.
I mean, he knows he will have apothecaries, and he needs more close range firepower. Although the power strike is quite a rare pick on a captain.
And you can really see the level discrepancy starting to take place. Like Deimos has both his heroes at level 4, while Colosseum is still sitting on level 1 because I don't think he actually got any significant kills. Maybe I think he killed a tactical marine so far. Well, Deimos took down some rhinos, some fins.
Deimos lose for now 0 unit. So this tower will be his first dead unit.
Yeah, and the tower does go down. There's just no saving it at this point. Goes for the captain. The captain does have the heal on cooldown, so might be forced to go back next turn. But one of the Mauler Fiends going down is sad news for the Chaos player. Because he really does need a couple of them to actually threaten the SM heroes and force them to play more cautiously.
And he can even go and heal captain this turn with his apothecary.
Oh yeah, that's actually right. He doesn't actually care about the attrition. He would just care if suddenly 3 Fiends were on him and attacking him.
I think he will definitely know that if there was a fiend, it will be attacking this turn. At least something.
Yeah.
Do you think it would have been worth to delay the first assault momentarily just to get items on these heroes?
No, I think the element of the price and the speed and the fact that Colosseum didn't have any real time to prepare either. I mean, Deimos is a Chaos player as well, so he knows that, well, Chaos is very, very strong once it gets rolling. It has that kind of awkward period of build-up where it doesn't really have much, and I think he was just trying to exploit that.
And Chaos is now have his or turn off. Yeah. Now he turned on it, and it's okay. He turned off energy because he has like plus 20A, and that's not much. So, for example, if he get a force wind, he wouldn't be able to produce it.
I mean, he's on 4 racks, and he's building a 5th already on a plus 33 ore.
And
He can't afford anything.
And the interesting thing is, Deimos is actually on 3 barracks, but the fact that he has been able to take good trades while losing no units just mean that he's starting to edge out. Because like the healers can be really an awkward unit if you overmake them, and then the opponent actually manages to efficiently finish your units and they have nothing to heal. It's a really sad situation to be in.
So he have to attack first with his chaplain, and then finish with
Because of the flamer.
Okay, Deimos get extra level, and here is dangerous situation. If next turn he will get some. Okay. If next turn he will get force wind, he can kill his lord. So Deimos is now thinking, yeah. I think that's the best play he was able to do.
He can grab items
Yeah.
next turn as well if he needs to.
And things
Yeah.
are starting to look desperate for our Colosseum. He has a brute coming out, but his main is not producing units fast enough to replace the losses that he's taking.
Hey, when did he kill the Mauler Fiend? I must have missed it.
At the beginning of the turn, it was very low HP,
Wasn't
just
paying
one
attention.
Devastator shot.
Paying
I
attention.
think
Let's do a
Maybe.
Otaman Tentox feature. I need to do a AFK real fast.
Oh,
Now, Deimos has put his tower slightly to the right, and whilst this means it's going to be less pertinent in a city assault, it means it's going to be safer because he knows it's basically his only wreck tower, or his second wreck tower for the rest of the game, unless he starts towering this ore field if he sees it, which I think he does. Yeah, he does see it. But it's quite an exposed one. He would need to be putting pressure on Collar the entire game. It's still quite risky.
I think that now Colosseum, he put force wind, he got Overwatch. Next turn, this force wind will die. And what would be the play? I think he possibly would be able to go for this Juke arrow, buy axe, buy concealed weapon, buy some HP armor, and go with his Warsmith and fight, because he's not getting anything from his 400 influence.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the issue.
Why isn't he building a Chaos Lord? Chaos Vehicle is a strange composition because the armory gives you influence, but there's nothing to spend influence on. So heroes on a Chaos Vehicle builder are essentially just an as well as them being very useful.
Yeah, that's true. I think it just will overbuff Chaos if you let armories produce anything except influence, because I remember we were playing something armored at some point, and there was this change that the barracks, the armory start giving you ore.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to nerf all Chaos units after this change.
I mean, would you say that Chaos is probably the strongest faction in the game right now, or at least top 3?
Definitely top 3.
I mean, everything is speed dependent, but Chaos infantry is now very strong, especially when you have option to go for obliterators.
But I've seen obliterators with the new boons, and oh my god, they are terrifying when they get like 3 or 4. Oof, they're doing like 40 damage in some cases to something.
Yeah, nothing is safe, and they also get range, which is uncharacteristic for Chaos.
Yeah, but their range damage is you probably will better do rubrics.
Rubrics
I
are
mean,
also very scary.
yeah, I think rubrics are definitely on the chopping block whenever the next patch happens. After Majors has his little vacation,
He has a mental recovery period.
yeah, mental sanity, mental
Yes.
health checkup.
Yeah, so I think this turn we will see that Hellbook because there is one Melta prepared. Oh, he's missing just some damage. But the fact that he's attacking unit but is not able to finish them, especially this one because it's just level 5. If it was level 2, it would die.
Colosseum is in a precarious situation right now because he has fewer units, and if he wants his units to stop the heroes from getting on the city tile, he needs to expose them to Devastators. So they're essentially not getting kills and then dying the next turn. So it's just like it's going to be an endless loop, whilst Deimos is going to start adding more and more units to his army.
Yeah.
And he's just
making what-
kitted out his hero, his Space Marine captain as well.
But I mean, honestly, looking at army sizes, it's unfortunately not looking well for Colosseum. It will be hard to make a comeback. He will need some really good trades, maybe a hero snipe to come back into this game. And the often lamented lack of Chaos Lord is really felt here when it comes to that.
Oof.
Among other things, Chaos Lord would really help in threatening those heroes and making them feel a little bit less safe. Which is important to limit how up in your grill they are.
I mean, he can use the captain. Oh, he's buying items for the chapter as well, and he's going to just go in. Boom.
Yeah, and the hero's level 5 now.
Melta, yeah.
It looks pretty GG to me.
Yeah, it's gonna be just the Warpsmith left on the field. It was just too many efficient trades for Deimos, too little for Colosseum.
And SM CSM is usually Chaos favored, isn't it?
Oof, that would be hard to say, but in the long term, Chaos has a very OP tech, Veterans of the Long War. That's also the tech that gave the predecessor mod of Commod the name. And it just SN can't win once the tech is up, as long as the game was relatively even up until that point.
I think, despite the fact that there was not really good food, yeah, maybe maybe Colosseum should go for infantry because infantry would take much better, and he will get extra science. So, and even infantry is very good against SM's vehicles. Yeah, there is new avatar that can deal with corn berserks like really good, but I think
Yeah,
you just don't want to go with vehicles. This great or start for him, it just debated him to play vehicles.
Yeah, I agree, because like what is your end game? It's Fortune. They want to play Fortune into SM infantry. Not really. Maybe you want some to help kill the heroes, but you know. Yeah, into like any kind of Melta vehicle is just gonna be the more risky choice.
And that city is on yellow morale. It can be melted now.
And to be honest, even if you go for vehicles, yeah, when you see 4 predators against you and few dreadnoughts, you're thinking, why I'm playing vehicles with Chaos? Because if SM somehow can get enough units to fight, yeah, he would be able even to smash Malefinders, because Dreadnought with hammer, even close to Malefinder, it is still dealing like 15 damage. So 1 Dreadnought or 2 Dreadnoughts plus 4 Predators, it's that Chaos unit each turn.
And I know that Colosseum is a very competitive-minded player. He will not concede if he has the slightest chance to stay in the game.
I just don't know why he hasn't turned this book off and built a Chaos Lord.
Yeah.
And continue doing cultists. Maybe he wanted to save some ore because now he's out of ore. And the reason why he was non-stop putting units on this tile because he had 1 turn left of his production. And I think if your enemy is taking your post, he should definitely cancel this building and start taking another.
But to be fair, it's really hard to play against
Yeah.
SM heroes if you're not tooled up for it. And sometimes you just aren't. Like, fighting that early against even a naked SM captain and chaplain is just hard if you don't get the right engage. And Deimos knows this and also knows very well how to make use of it.
And there's the city kill.
And the city goes down, heroes hit level 6, and GG is called by Colosseum.
Yeah. Yeah, this game went much faster, so now I can start saying that standard game speed is too fast.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, it was to compensate for the last game, taking 5 hours.
Paid actors.
Yeah. Very suspicious. But yeah, we just saw the raw power of SM heroes in this game. I think that was a showcase of what they can achieve.
And also, I have to mention that SM had it was a good spam because he was on electricity. He got some energy, but there was not that much requisition around him. Yeah.
Yeah, it was not the most ideal start, but I think he did a good job adapting to it.
Yeah.
Oh, Deimos bad mouthing Colosseum.
I think you want to go for book when you go for vehicles because to play the whole game with Hell Brutes is not your choice.
I mean, it would give him a better chance here. And on standard, it does take quite a bit of time to get to the fortunes, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
One was in production.
No, it was about to have 6, isn't it?
No, I think it was 3 in this city that was destroyed and 1 in his main city. So here is CSM, he's making turn 47, he has something like 34 upkeep, and that's a lot, and 2 heroes.
It is, yeah. It's just like SM not having to stop for like energy, not having to stop for multiple resources like ore and food. They just have wreck, and the apothecarians also letting him just keep pop as well.
Yeah, and he will have Terminators in 3 turns or something like that, or in 4 turns.
I mean, Terminators wouldn't be very useful here. Maybe for bulk, but I mean...
Anyway, yeah, short and sweet game this time. Thanks for watching, and thank you, Otaman and Tentax, for being with us, and Deimos and Colosseum for providing the entertainment.
Thanks, Gladius.
Yeah, thank you, Gladius, and thank you, Madiros, and thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
We love you all.
Madaros.
Yeah.
And
So-
till next time. Otaman, you wanna say closing words?
No, I just want to say that changing requisition, yeah, the Jack Arrow was a good change because now, even with so low requisition, Sam can still play.
Yeah, that was the intention, and it's an old change. It was, I think, it was also in art mod. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was definitely in that mod. Maybe even a Dozu mod. I'm not sure. Also, probably the better balance mod. But that goes without saying, I guess.
Oh, it is better.
Yeah, I couldn't resist one little poke at it.
Well, GG's. It was a good game.
Yeah,
Interesting strategy.
GG's.
GG.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Bye bye.